So we talked about meditation as a form of developing awareness, as a way to develop focus, concentration, presence in the moment, all these sorts of things, and feeling and awareness in your body, all of which are fantastic. And if that's all you ever take away from it, that is, that's going to make your life better. It's going to make you feel better. But meditation can be so much more as well. It's a way of dealing with ourselves, the feelings and emotions, the thoughts we have, and getting rid of excess baggage, right? So we also talked about how feelings and emotions can be stored in the body, like as physical tension, as like a lot of health issues are connected to psychosomatic issues, right? If you think something, your body treats it as if it's real. You can look at visualization and mental training as part of this too. There were studies done on basketball players who practiced the shots, and also against another group of them who were just visualizing or imagining practicing the shots, and the results were almost identical, right? So like your body and your mind are intrinsically linked, right? It's not mind over matter. Mind and matter, mind and body work in conjunction. And what we're looking to do is bridge that gap to make everything clearer and simpler, right? To take away all of the extra baggage that can get in the way. Like thoughts and emotions, feelings, they get stored in the body if we don't process them, right? And what we end up doing is carrying around that imprint of feeling, like that pre-conscious thought, that pre-conscious feeling, and that ends up colouring everything we do, like a pair of sunglasses. If everything if we're wearing red tinted lenses, the whole world is going to seem red. And it's the same thing if we're carrying these thoughts and feelings that we haven't dealt with. Imagine if you are filled with fear that you haven't dealt with and processed, right? The whole world is going to seem fearful because that is what your body is living in. It's living in a state of fear. Even if consciously, there's nothing to be afraid of, your body is already producing that. Same goes for anger, right? If you're not dealing with your anger, you're going to be carrying this around everywhere. Things are going to trigger you into anger a lot faster. You see reasons to make yourself angry all the time. The more we clear that away, the more we come to this natural state of peace, right? Of clear thinking and connection to the people and the things around us. And from this place, life is going to be a lot easier, a lot simpler, right? A friend of mine asked recently, like, why do you meditate? And all these things about focus, clear-headedness, like feeling in my body, those are almost kind of a byproduct of the real reason or the real purpose of meditation, which to me is freedom, like mental freedom, like spiritual freedom, if you want to go that way. It's about reconnecting with who you really are underneath all of these thoughts and ideas of what you're supposed to be or what you think life is meant to be like. So, like Bruce Lee talked about the idea that you want to self-actualize rather than actualizing your self-image, and it's not necessarily a clear distinction to some people, but it's about creating from that essence of who you really are, right? From that quiet place of still meditation, or from that moment of bliss or mindless joy that you can find doing what you love, whether it's being in the presence of friends, family, like painting, drawing, playing music, listening to music, in the middle of dancing, like practicing a sport or a hobby you love, all these little things, right? That's the essence of what life is, really. And that is not an addition to what we're doing. It's not an addition to who we are. It's more of a subtraction of all the crap, all the mental baggage we bring around with us all day. It's taking away all those different layers that stop us from really feeling that sense of peace and connection. How many times have you seen it when you're out in the middle of nowhere, right? Surrounded by nature, and like life starts to slow down and you start to feel peace, right? Going on holiday, at first you're still stressed, you're still carrying around your day-to-day life, and it takes a few days sometimes to settle in to what's there underneath it all, right? And some of you might have seen the same thing during quarantine, during lockdown. Like, all this shit bubbles up to start with. We're carrying this all of this around, and as life starts to slow down, we're starting to feel who we are, right, underneath all of that, and we might find that moment of peace. And new stuff might come up, which gets in the way of that peace, and that's definitely happened for me too, right? So it's a constant process. It's like cleaning the dishes, or tidying your house. Things are always gonna happen. Like, things are always gonna come up, and it's just a constant process of clearing and clearing. But what we can do is get rid of all the excess baggage, all of the clutter and junk that we carry around that we don't need anymore. And what we're looking to do is move past all of that. So this has been the focus of almost every style or tradition that I've looked at or studied in the past, and especially the one that I trained in the most, right, which was a Buddhist form of meditation. We're looking to stay and sit and be present with the feelings and allow them to pass. And they would talk about releasing not just your thoughts and feelings, but also the karma of your past lives, whether you believe in that or not. In the past year, I was looking at I've been studying releasing or letting go, which is a offshoot of the Sedona method. And this is something that really helped put things in perspective for me, because even when I was studying Vipassana meditation, that's traditional Buddhist style, I was starting to play around with bringing up thoughts and feelings from my past, which was not a part of their teachings, but it felt very natural to me. And in letting go or releasing, where we often spend some time consciously directing ourselves towards past or memories or past feelings or buried emotions, right? And it's something I really want to share with you guys, because it's made a massive impact on my life. It's not only helped me understand meditation better, but it's also helped me get more in touch with who I am. It's improved my relationships with the people around me, and helped me feel better and clearer. But much more importantly than that, it's kind of changed my relationship to the outside world. It has actually brought about changes in my external reality. It has helped make changes in my life, right? So we're talking about not just internal changes, but external changes too. One of the most powerful things that I've ever learned, and very excited to share that with you.